In our previous video, we talked about WordPress settings. Today, we'll be talking about WordPress tools, what you need to do there and know. You know, when you're handling your WordPress site, there are some things you should know, even as a novice. There are some things you should know and do yourself without, even googling about it or without reaching out to, any other developer to help you out. All right. If this is your first time or if you've not subscribed to this channel, please kindly do so as it will help me to reach out to more audiences. All right, so let's get started. Don't forget, before you can enter your dashboard, you need to have your local by flywheel on. Then, as usual, one click admin on, then you click on WP admin here, and it will take you to your WordPress dashboard. So, when you're on your WordPress dashboard, this is what you see. All right, we'll be talking about WordPress tools and what is it about. So, when you click on that tools, you see this particular page. This is a category. If you want to convert your categories to tags or vice versa, when you create post categories and tags, if you want to convert them, maybe tag to category, you can. That's a topic for another video. All right. So some of the things you are going to be seeing in your tools are import, export, site edit, export personal data. If you want to export your personal data from the site, erase personal data, theme file editor, and plugin file editor. You are seeing this theme file editor and plugin file editor because presently we are using or we are running on a block theme. The type of themes we have, we'll still talk about it, but just for you to know, we have block themes, we have classic theme, and then we have hybrid, which is just a combination of the two. If it were to be a classic theme, you will see your file editor right here in your appearance. Right in your appearance, you see the file editor, you see the file editor of your plugin and theme. So what does this import means? This import is useful when let's say you have two WordPress sites or you have one site that you want to move to another site. So when you have a site like that, if it's a WordPress site, you come here. When you click on this import, you click on install now. So when you install it, it will install as a plugin. So when you install it, you follow the prompt for you to, import the files that you've exported from another website, which is WordPress. Then if you're on Blogger, are people still using Blogger these days? If you're on Blogger, Blogspot, you can import files, your posts, your pages, your images, your videos from a Blogspot blog site to your WordPress site. Right? Just when you install it, will install as a plugin for you. So you follow the prompts and then you import the exported file from that other platform. So for this export is when you want to, just like when you are exported from another site, you can export your content right from this your present WordPress site. You can export all content. You are seeing this because we do not have any custom post types. There's no product, there's no event, there's no jobs and the likes. These are only the post types that we have. We have posts, we have pages, and then we have the media. So if you want to export all of these, you just click on download export. When you click on download export, you see that to be, it is downloaded. Now, if you are importing this on another website, let's assume this is another WordPress site. You go back to your imports. You want to import the exported file. All right. You go back to the import. You click on install now for this WordPress because it's from WordPress to WordPress. Let's give it a minute. So when you have it installed, you see run importer. So when you come back here, you click on run importer. You will be able to import that file that you've exported. But because it's still the same website, there's no need. So all you have to do is choose the file that you've exported from another WordPress site. You have it in .xml format. So you click it, you choose the file from your laptop or your device, then you click on upload and import. So it will import your posts, your pages, and your media and other custom post types if you already have them. All right. So for the site earth, earth is wet, right? You need to make sure your WordPress site is in shape. For the site earth, you see the status and the information. You also see the results. But presently this result is still loading. You see if you need an improvement, if it's good, or if it's, there's nothing for you to do. All right, for the site head, you see this. Presently it is good, but we have to recommended improvements. You also see information about your your WordPress environment, the data, the WordPress directory, the active theme, inactive, plugins, server, database, constant, file permission, and so on and so forth. Right? But for this status, like we already did, we had two recommended improvements, and one of them is you should remove inactive theme. As a rule of thumb, and as a recommendation, you can only have two themes on your WordPress environment. Two themes. You have the theme, the active theme that you are using, that you buy it from me, a developer, you download it online, buy it anywhere, and one latest WordPress theme. If you are in 2025, should be 2025 theme, right? The reason is if the theme you are using fails, that latest WordPress theme will be used as backup or a fallback theme, so that your website will still be, reachable. Just that the look will not be as it used to be, but people or your audiences or your visitors will still be able to, access your website and read content. Just that it will not look as it used to be. That is if your active team has a bug or any problem. All right. So when you come here, you see what you need to do. You only use one theme. You can then go back to your appearance, check the theme. You go to your appearance, you see the themes that you have there. You can see we have three themes. You can only have one. So you can just remove 2023. You are in 2025, bro. You can remove 2024 too. So you can only leave this. Then now that it requires updates, you can click on updates. So when it is done updating, you can go back to your tools and your site head to see if there's any other improvement, if there's any other things you need to do to ensure your website you know is on par. There's no any issue with any of the parts of the systems you are running. Right now that we've updated it, you can go back to your theme, your tools, then your site head. Then you wait a bit, you see the results, and if there's any other improvements you still need to do. But most of the time, most of the things you'll be seeing will be things that you can do in your hosting account, in your cPanel. Maybe to be asking you that your PHP version is not updated, or maybe asking you to update your PHP version, maybe asking if your disk quota is going is being exhausted, maybe asking you if there are some plugins that need to be updated, or if there's a plugin that has a problem on your website. Then if there's a theme you need to update, if you need to update your WordPress version itself, those are the recommended improvements you'll be seeing. Right now that we've made those improvements, you can see that we now have a good site. Everything is perfect. All right. So everything is running smoothly now. Right. So there shouldn't be any problem if you have this kind of site. That's basically it for your site. Don't forget theme update, plugins update, PHP version, WordPress version update, and so on and so forth. So make it an habit when you have a WordPress site to usually check the site head and see if there are things you need to improve on. And then when you want to export your personal data, if you want to delete the site and all, these two website owner comply with local laws and regulation by exporting known data for a given user in a .zip file. Right? Maybe a user is giving you a problem, want to export his or her data and have it erased. You can type the name or the address of the user here, then you click on send requests. Alright, you confirm and everything goes on. Then if you want to erase also, same process, enter the email or name of the user, the username or email address of the user, check this, send personal data erasure confirmation email to the user, send request. When the user confirms, the data is gone. So but for these theme files and plugin files, don't open this. if you don't know what you are doing. If you are not a developer, if you are not strong with PHP, you can see the instruction or the S of info here. I understand. If you are not cool with PHP, don't open it if you don't know what you are doing. Even if you are, instead of you modifying your themes like this, you can see the files here. Instead of you modifying it like this, all you have to do is create a child theme of whatever theme you are using. Now that I'm using 2025 for this tutorial, if I want to go above and beyond to have some custom features on the website, all I have to do is create a child theme of this 2025, and then whatever custom features I want to add. Maybe I want to integrate external API. I want to fetch data from anywhere. I want to, do something crazy. All I have to do is create a child theme of 2025. So in my theme, I'll now have 2025 as the parent and then the child theme. So I'll ensure the child theme is activated and used for, the website. So that the reason is, if there is any update or any changes on 2025 theme itself, all the changes I've made personally will not be erased. All right, so that is the reason. So if you are making any changes here and maybe tomorrow 2025 updates, and you click on the updates theme and the theme is updated, all your changes will be gone. So it means you have to start from the scratch again. So that is why it is advisable. So, and for plugin, don't open this if you don't know what you are doing. For plugin, there are some plugins that come with robust documentation. So if you want to make any changes, for example, WooCommerce, the plugin we use for shop, because you want to create shop on WordPress, there are some plugins, there are some important plugins that you must have. WooCommerce is one of them. Fluent Cart, that one is still coming, is one of them. So if you want to make any changes to those plugins, or maybe paid membership pro, or any plugin that that has cool community, great support, they will usually have something we call filter and hook actions. So in their documentation, they will give you guidelines on how to override or make a custom update yourself, or make a custom features to that particular plugin without you coming to this part of your web dashboard to make any changes. Don't make any changes here, even if you know what you are doing. Don't make any changes. Go to that plugin site, read their documentation. Is there a way to maybe hook something or filter something, or add an action, or add an HTML, or inject a JavaScript somewhere for that plugin? You usually find that way. It's better and advisable than you using this part of the WordPress dashboard to make any changes to your plugin file and your theme files. Alright, so that is it about the WordPress tools. You see the available tools you have, the import, if you want to import external WordPress sites, or even from Blogspot or any other blog app. Alright, if you want to export the content from this particular site to another site, then you see your site aids to see how your site is doing, to see what you need to improve on. Maybe you need to change your hosting company, you need to change to another, or you need to do something from your cPanel. Right, you see them right here. Then if you want to export personal data, maybe a user wants you to export his or her data for you, for him or her. Then maybe a user wants you to erase his or her data from your website. Let's say you have a website where people are registering and logging in to do one or two things. Right, so that is it about your WordPress tools. And then in the next video, we'll talk about another part of this WordPress dashboard. We're moving gradually. Before we dive into creating site itself, there are some things you need to know, so that you won't be spending your precious time googling things that you should know yourself and be able to do. All right. If you have any question, kindly drop it in the comment section. And if you've not subscribed, please do so. Share this video with your friends who would love to become a WordPress expert. All right. See you in the next video.